Hi, I'm Micke, and I've been with Dave for about 6 months, and I'm 21. I was very active before I started with Dave, but the eating was a bit up and down. Honestly, like I could eat maybe 2 meals a day and I'll be fine, or I'd overeat, so it was a bit haphazard. It wasn't really, set, or there wasn't really structure in the diet. I wouldn't really call it diet, but more of my eating plan and that kind of stuff. So so it was basically, I'd be active, but my eating wasn't correct. So it didn't really go well together. The reason I started with Dave, or I was keen to start with him, was obviously the results that I was seeing with the other, especially the girls. They were big results. Obviously the eating was my most important thing, and I knew that's what I needed to fix. And Dave's sustainable plan that he'd give everyone was, I think, what would have worked for me, and it did. It really, really did. And his exercises also in the gym were, they helped me a lot, even though I know technically on how to do it, but they really helped me. What I'll take away from this, the biggest thing, is the eating. The way obviously Dave does it, it's a sustainable approach. So you can eat anything is what I always say, but all in moderation. I think he says that too in all his videos. It's always in moderation, and my mom actually used to say that all the time. So I totally agree with that, and that's, like I said earlier, that's why I signed up with him, because I knew that his way of eating was the right way, and I was able to sustain it for 6 months, and going forward I still will sustain it. I play rugby at the moment. I've played lots of sports since high school, so I still play that now and then, but I'm more focusing on rugby and also soccer. So in my rugby there's definitely been a difference in my performance. Big one, I'm more energized. Another one, obviously I'm smaller, so a bit more agile on the field, and that's what I really like. So firstly I actually play forward. Now I'm going to transition to a backline player, which I always wanted. The advice I'd give to someone 6 months ago is that if you're feeling, like there's possible change that can happen within you, and you feel like you're not too sure if you want to go for it, or you're not too sure if you should, or you may be, scared. I don't know what you're scared of, but basically just go for it. Firstly, yes, with Dave, and then secondly, just do it for yourself. Basically, it's all about yourself. It's about no one else. It's about you and what happens within you. I've been telling Dave, emotionally, physically, all of that, it improves. Okay, not just obviously with the eating, but with the physical activity. It's really, really, really important. So just go for it, basically. I think if people don't have enough background about the nutrition and that kind of thing, and what Dave does really well is he adds nutrition is basis of, I think, his work. I think that's really important, and that's the approach he takes mainly. Obviously he knows how to train. But I think nutrition is a really, really important thing, and what trainers obviously need to educate people on is the nutrition, because that goes hand in hand with your training. Just get educated on that, on the nutrition part. And honestly, it'll open up your eyes onto what you actually should be eating, because people that don't know, are just going with the flow and doing what they think is right, but they don't actually know.
So me and Micke have known each other actually for a number of years, and I hope she doesn't mind me saying this on camera, but I've seen that she's always battled with her weight. So when she came to me, we needed to find out what was the missing link. Why was she always struggling? And for me, it actually wasn't hard for her to get results. Obviously she's extremely consistent, she works hard, that goes without saying, but the main thing that Micke was missing was just some structure and some basically just sticking to the basics really well. So Micke's a nice example, because it's not someone that kind of got out of shape then got back into shape. She really battled for a number of years, and then now she's had an insane transformation, literally from just adhering to the basics. And I think a lot of girls struggle with their weight, and they feel like there's no option and there's no way out of it. But Micke's a prime example of someone that really battled, who then just adhered to the basics, got some guidance and got amazing results. Also, I haven't seen Micke since we began, actually.
Yeah. And
now when Micke walked in, I was like, whoa. But you see it in pictures and change, but to see someone physically completely change, in a number of months is just unreal. And I think a lot of people are struggling with their weight these days because they are trusting or not trusting, but buying into a lot of false information. And like Micke said, she's trying to eat salads, trying to not eat, trying to do this, trying to do that. And it literally just came down to sticking to the basics really well and being consistent for 6 months. You know, this isn't a 8-week transformation challenge that you're going to rebound from. This is a lifestyle. And like she said, she can sustain what she's doing now going forward. And that's the vital part, guys. If you get a transformation, you need to be able to sustain what you did to get that transformation in order to keep those results and keep progressing. If you do something that you absolutely hate and you can't stick to for a long period of time, the minute your transformation is over, the likelihood of you going back to old habits and gaining the weight back is super, super high. And guys, I don't need to speak about the dangers and all the negative consequences of regaining all the weight you've lost. You know, terrible relationship with food, weight gain is going to put you down. That weight is going to be extremely hard to lose every time you gain it back. So there's a number of consequences, guys, and a lot of you are overcomplicating things. I'm not saying weight loss is easy, but a lot of you are trying to follow 20 different methods at once and wondering why you're so confused and struggling. And you don't need to be alone as well. I think Micke said as well. I think a lot of people are scared to ask for help, especially because it seems like a lot of trainers these days give the wrong help, and now it breaks that trust. Now someone never wants to go to a trainer again, guys, but there are good trainers out there who can help you. So if you're needing help, you know, don't feel it's a sign of weakness to get help, and don't feel as a sign, you know, don't feel that you can't level up in your life and you can't progress, because now Micke's performing amazing in the gym, awesome relationship with food, great performance on the rugby field. You know, she's studying the exact same thing that I studied, and now she's hopefully going to go to Stellenbosch to do her honours degree. And for me, that's just a fantastic story.